MathKlik.
Mabuhay! How do we find the cardinality of the union of two or three sets? What is the Sieve principle? This lesson is about understanding the Sieve principle. The Sieve principle is a method used to determine the number of elements in the union of two finite sets. This principle of counting elements of set union is also known as inclusion-exclusion principle. Sinisiguro ng principle na ito na hindi mauulit ang pagbilang ng mga elements na common sa mga joint sets. Basically, this principle is telling us that to find the cardinality of two sets, we simply add the number of elements in each set, then subtract the number of elements in their intersection. In symbols, if A and B are finite sets, then n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Halimbawa, alamin natin kung ilan sa mga integers mula 1 hanggang 10 ang multiples of 2 o multiples of 3. Alam natin na 5 sa element ng set I ay multiple ng 2. Ang mga ito ay 2, 4, 6, 8, at 10. Ibig sabihin, n of I sub 2 is equal to 5. Alam din natin na 3 sa mga element ng set I ay multiple ng 3. Ang mga ito ay 3, 6, at 9. Kaya, ang n of I sub 3 is equal to 3. Pansinin ninyo, may isang element na common sa I sub 2 at I sub 3. At ito ay ang element 6. Kaya, ang n of I sub 2 intersection I sub 3 ay equal sa 1. Kaya upang maiwasan na madoble ang pagbilang dito, ibabawas natin itong n of I sub 2 intersection I sub 3. Therefore, the number of integers that are multiples of 2 or 3 is equal to 5, the number of multiples of 2, plus 3, the number of multiples of 3, minus 1, the number of multiple of 2, that is also a multiple of 3. This gives us 7. And these 7 elements are 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. The level of difficulty of this kind of problem increases as the number of elements of the sets increases, but the calculation is made easy through the application of the inclusion-exclusion equation. So, if we want to know the number of multiples of 4 or 6 among the integers from 1 to 100, we first determine the number of multiples of 4. There are 25 of them. Next, determine the number of multiples of 6. There are 16 of them. Then determine the number of multiples of 4 that are at the same time multiples of 6. There are 8 of them. Take note that these numbers are also multiples of 12, 12 being the LCM of 4 and 6. Substituting these values to our inclusion-exclusion equation gives the value 33. Therefore, there are 33 integers that are multiples of 4 or 6 among the elements of I whose elements are 1, 2 to 100. The Sieve principle can be extended to 3 or even more sets. For the union of 3 sets, its cardinality is given by this equation. Take note that after adding the cardinality of each set and subtracting the cardinality of the intersection of the 3 sets taken 2 at a time, the cardinality of the intersection of the 3 sets is added. Let's discuss the next examples to illustrate the extension. 100 students were asked, "What online game do you play during lockdown?" Here are their responses. PUBG only, 31. Minecraft only, 65. Apex Legend only, 44. Only PUBG and Minecraft, 17. Only PUBG and Apex Legend, 15. Only Minecraft and Apex Legend, 18. Now the question is, how many students play all the 3 online games? Tayo ng Venn diagram para mas maging malinaw ang problem. Ang tatlong intersecting circles ay para sa tatlong online games. In the Venn diagram, we indicated the number of students who play only one online game. 31 students play PUBG, 65 students play Minecraft, and 44 students play Apex Legend. Next, we indicated the number of students who play 2 games. 17 played both PUBG and Minecraft. 15 played both PUBG and Apex Legend. And 18 played both Minecraft and Apex Legend. Tinatanong kung ilang students ang naglalaro ng tatlong nasabing games. Dahil hindi natin alam, tawagin muna natin itong X. Ngayon, i-substitute natin ang mga given values sa ating inclusion-exclusion equation. After substituting the values, solve for X. Tandaan, sabi sa problem, 100 ang lahat ng students na tinanong. Pagkatapos isolve ang X, makikita natin na ang X ay equals 10. Hence, there are 10 students who played the 3 online games. Their example, there are 350 students in a big hospital. Of these patients, 260 have pneumonia. 100 patients have diabetes. 70 patients have hypertension. Take note, hindi ginamit ang salitang only sa mga naturang sakit. Ibig sabihin, halimbawa, ang 350 patients na na-diagnose na may pneumonia ay posibleng may iba pang karamdaman. Narito pa ang ibang information. 30 of the patients have both P and D. 40 of the patients have both P and H. 40 of the patients have both D and H. Ang tanong, ilan sa 350 pasyente na ito ang may tatlong karamdaman na nabanggit? Gumamit tayo ng Venn diagram para mas maging malinaw ang problem. Unahin nating ilagay sa diagram kung ilan sa mga pasyente ang may tatlong nasabing karamdaman. Dahil ito ang hinahanapan natin ng kasagutan, i-represent natin ito ng X. 30 of the patients have both pneumonia and diabetes. Kabilang sa 30 na ito yung mga pasyente na may tatlong karamdaman. Kaya ibawas natin itong X sa 30 para di magdoble ang pagbilang sa kanila. 40 of the patients have both pneumonia and hypertension. Kabilang sa 40 na ito yung mga pasyente na may tatlong karamdaman. Kaya, ibawas natin itong X sa 40 para di magdoble ang pagbilang sa kanila. There are also 40 patients that have both diabetes and hypertension. Muli, kabilang sa 40 na ito, yung mga pasyente na may tatlong karamdaman. Kaya, ibawas natin uli itong X sa 40 para di magdoble ang pagbilang sa kanila. Here is now the more challenging part. There are 260 patients that were diagnosed with pneumonia. Sa bilang na ito, kasama yung mga pasyente na may pneumonia at diabetes, pneumonia at hypertension, at pneumonia, diabetes at hypertension. Kaya, ibawas natin ang mga ito para di magdoble ang pagbilang sa kanila. I-simplify natin ito. The problem also say that there are 100 patients that were diagnosed with diabetes. Sa bilang na ito, kasama yung mga pasyente na may diabetes at pneumonia, diabetes at hypertension, at pneumonia, diabetes at hypertension. Kaya ibawas natin ang mga ito para di magdoble ang pagbilang sa kanila. I-simplify ulit natin ito. Lastly, the problem also say that there are 70 patients that were diagnosed with hypertension. Sa bilang na ito, kasama yung mga pasyente na may hypertension at pneumonia, hypertension at diabetes, at pneumonia, diabetes at hypertension. Kaya ibawas natin ang mga ito para di magdoble ang pagbilang sa kanila. I-simplify uli natin. Now, to find the number of patients with 3 illnesses, we simply add all the cases and equate this to 350, the number of patients in the big hospital that time. Let us simplify the equation and solve for the unknown variable x. And upon simplification, the value of x is equal to 30. Therefore, there are 30 patients with pneumonia, diabetes, and hypertension. Again, I encourage you to verify the results. Now, try this. How many counting numbers less than 50 are divisible by 3 or 7? Here is a suggested solution. Therefore, there are 21 counting numbers less than 50 that are divisible by 3 or 7. For more matitinik tips, just click MathKlik. And please, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for our next video lesson. See ya!